Psalm 91, on the other hand, is like a fortress of faith. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. It's a prayer of warfare. It promises protection from disease, from enemies, and from fear itself. These are not just poetic lines. They are promises from God to his people. David was an ordinary boy with an extraordinary calling. He knew where his strength lay. He had an intimate relationship with God, which inspired him to write these psalms and many others. But what if you were there? What if you could envision what it must have been like to experience it all? Imagine this inspired reflection on what may have taken place. David and the birth of Psalms 23 and 91. The sun was setting behind the hills of Judah, casting long golden shadows over the valley. A young David, battle-worn but unbroken, sat under an olive tree, his harp resting on his lap. His hands were rough from war, yet they still remembered how to worship. He had just returned from another narrow escape. King Saul, the man he once honored, had tried once again to kill him, and now David was hiding in the wilderness. Again, surrounded by caves and wild animals, he had no palace, no bed, no safety. Only God. The stars began to appear as the night air cooled. In that moment, David remembered his youth, his days as a shepherd boy in the fields outside Bethlehem. He smiled faintly. Back then, his only responsibility had been to care for the sheep. Somehow, those simple, forgotten days brought him peace. He remembered guiding the flock beside still waters. He remembered leading them through valleys where wolves prowled and danger was real, but the sheep were never afraid when their shepherd was near, and just like that, a divine truth pierced his soul. He wasn't the shepherd anymore, he was the sheep, and God was his shepherd. David looked up toward the heavens and whispered in awe, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." He remembered lying under the stars as a boy, hearing the howls in the dark, clutching his sling. Yet fear never consumed him because he knew God was with him.